Hi, family and friends. Ruben literally just woke up. Eyes still kind of red. He not really for this right now, y'all.
It's fine.
He's trying to be asleep, but I do give it to him. It's hot, so we're real miserable right now. If you hear the noise in the back, it's from the fan that we got blowing, because this is not possible if we didn't have no type of air circulating in this room. But we're gonna go ahead and start. So this is our Q&A video. We asked you guys to comment any questions you wanted us to answer, and we got a few questions. So we'll try not to make this long because we both can talk if we really wanted to. And hopefully we answer all y'all questions of what y'all want us to say. Hopefully we give y'all what y'all asking for.
I couldn't say nothing. Well, let's say. I'm gonna say what I want to say. And they ask me.
Okay, y'all don't mind this. This is hot. It's just don't ignore that. Okay. So the first question was, how did we meet? And it's funny because when I said this post and we said we was gonna put this post up, I said somebody gonna ask how we met. Mm-hmm. So my side, my story or your story?
We're gonna do two sides.
We're gonna do two sides of this story. Right. Okay, so I'll go first. Okay, so little old city girl from Miami moved down to Columbus, Georgia when I was in the 7th grade. It was the end of my 7th grade year. Either way, went to Shaw High School. I knew him but didn't know him, if y'all understand what I'm saying. So I knew who Ruben was, but never spoke to him, talked to him, didn't have no type of affiliation, nothing like that with him. I just knew him around from being in ROTC, with him and seeing him pass through different portables. Our first actual interaction was when I was crying on First Star Heron, portable steps. I was crying, and like I said, we had not talked to each other, but he stopped, sat down, and asked if he could pray for me. He didn't ask what was wrong. He just asked if he can pray for me. And as I'm crying, I'm like, yeah, sure, you can pray for me. And he prayed. He said, hope I feel better. And then that was it. That was our first interaction. And who would have known what?
I just realized, I asked what was wrong with you. Oh, no, you know what? I didn't feel like it was necessary for me to know.
I don't think he wanted to feel like he was being nosy. So he was just like, can I just pray for you? And
Did I ask you what can I pray for?
No, I just remember you saying, can you pray for me? That was it. Mm-hmm. And so literally after that, we didn't speak anymore. I think it was maybe a few weeks later, he asked me, was I good? Checking up on me. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool, thank you. But even after that, it was no type of relationship, no friendship. It was just chill, cool, hey, cool. I think it was more so kind of awkward, because maybe you was like, I hope she okay, and I didn't say anything. But yeah, either way, whole year passed. In the second year, he had his eyes set on somebody else. His first, I would say, your first love. That I call it his first love.
Sure.
And so knew he was gonna marry this girl, everything. And I remember I don't even remember how we became close, or we started talking, having conversations. I think it's when we used to go down to the field and play football.
Yeah.
I think that's when we probably started communicating, because we had mutual friends. Long story short, somehow, some way, he eventually would come to me and ask me, hey, what do you think I should do? We had this argument, or I just want to do something for her special. What should I do? And I'm like, oh, do this, do that. So I was over here trying to help him, Matt Game. I think he was trying to get a woman's perspective.
But at the same time, I was trying to keep it platonic.
No, for sure. I think you were. No, I don't think you were. I know you were. Like I said, there was no connection. How can I say, when I tell a lot of people, I never thought I'd sing myself marrying Ruben. Out of all the people in the world, he's not the person I thought I would be marrying at all, whatsoever. But because we really didn't have eyes set on each other at all. You had your future and your eyes set on somebody else. You knew what you wanted, and it was her. You knew what your plans were with her. you know, I had my mindset. It wasn't with nobody. I just knew what I wanted to do after I got out of high school. I knew what college I wanted to go to. I knew I wanted to live my life with dance, all type of stuff. I don't think it was no type of intimate connection between us. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It was definitely on a friendship level, you know? And I guess I knew that he was so in love with this person that I was just really trying to be a good friend because I wanted it to work out because he loves her so much. So, like, when he was coming to get advice, I was like, yeah, I'll help you, of course. So.
And apparently she thought I was trying to get in with you.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't even know that till years after when we was dating. I found that out. I was like, that's definitely not what was happening. He was definitely not trying to Matt game me at all whatsoever. If anybody was your homeboy who was trying to Matt game me, which was funny.
So I'm gonna interject and then we're gonna let you tell the rest of the story.
Okay.
So yes, we did meet with when we were on the portable stairs, and then those few years later, I had my friend speaking to me. He was like, and this is before my first love came about. It was a friend of mine who really liked him, who really liked Demi at the time. And he came to me and was like, Ruben, I like him. I like her. I don't know what to say to her. Why don't you come help me talk to her? I was like, okay. So at that point, you know, I did, you know, look at Demi in that way. But as soon as, like, the friend came over and was like, hey, Ruben, I like her, immediately it was just like, nope, that's a no-play zone. And it just so happens that the person I fell in love with the first time was right by her. So as he was speaking to you,
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, man, tell me, sorry. Yeah.
And that would have been, that was the difference at that point in time.
Yeah.
Why I chose her.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like I was trying to, like, you know, get her number or something, because the thing was, I didn't really know how to speak to girls, and the thing was, I got a cell phone.
Yeah.
And she sent me the message.
Yeah.
And I would have never.
So she threw game first.
She said if I never got that cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
she would have never sent me that text message.
Oh, dang.
And I didn't know how to approach girls.
Oh. You just awkward with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine. Nick. You was doing your own thing. That's okay.
I should have just kept doing my own thing.
Yeah, so, no, yeah, that's how that happened. And I found that out, like I said, years after. I thought it was real funny. But, yeah. So, and I think what a big thing is that we end up, like, it was to the point we was, like, real close. Like, he was, like, we were just talking, like, on a friendship level, just talking about things that was bothering us, this and that. And I don't know how I got your coat one day. He let me borrow this coat, and I should go get it. This coat that's in the office is an ROTC coat and has his name on it. He let me borrow his coat for whatever reason. I had this coat for, I don't know. But he let me borrow it. I don't.
You had for the whole day, right?
I did. I think I did. I don't know. So, y'all, this is the funny story. He used to talk bad about me in ROTC. You told me that you told me I smell like pickles. Okay, so my grandmother came to visit for, I think it was Thanksgiving. It was a holiday, but everybody had came down to Georgia from Miami. My grandmother, she had this lotion, and I wish I could remember the name of the lotion, but it was really all women lotion. Like, it was diamonds. It did not.
It was diamonds.
It didn't smell good, but my mama at the time was like, I'm not buying no lotion. Your grandma left this whole bottle of lotion. Y'all finna use it. I'm not buying no more lotion. So imagine me and my brothers, all of us wearing this lotion. So eventually that lotion, the scent ended up on his coat. And to him, it smelled like pickles. So he was telling people that I smelled like pickles. Once again, I just found this out till later. I was cracking up. And I was like, it wasn't me. It was my grandmother's lotion. I promise.
That's when we were speaking to one another, right?
Yeah, And so I was like, it's not me. I promise. I was cracking up. I was like, I promise it's not It's not me. I
So
promise.
y'all, you know it's hot in Georgia. It's dusty
Hot.
too. And that mixed with we were ROTC, so we were marching and stuff. She had the coat on, or she would wear the coat after
I
we were
don't know
marching.
why I had this coat. I don't know why.
But so I would say the lotion mixed with dirt and sweat, and it just gave off.
But who dirt and who sweat?
Both hours. Because I ain't washed that coat before I gave it to you.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I mean, it wasn't like I was up there doing push-ups and running miles.
True. It's just natural.
It was just one of those things.
Yeah.
But then, like, you would put it on or you would carry it.
But why did I have your coat? Why did I have your coat?
I guess it's one of those things where, like, you in high school, you don't even think about it. It's just like, here. Like,
Did I say I was cold or something?
Yeah.
When?
Because you know how I used to get, like, real cold in the morning, and then in the afternoon it'd be blistering hot?
Y'all, I might be crazy something, but I do not remember why I had this man coat. But either way, the coat and the smell like pickles, he said that was a no-go.
She digressed.
we was cracking up. So yes. So that's how that went. Fast forward, everybody go about their life. He's still with his first love.
No, broke up.
Wait, no, but you were still with her, and then y'all broke up.
Yeah.
But you had graduated, right?
I graduated.
And y'all broke up after. Yes, exactly. So fast forward, he was still with his first love, like I said. Graduated. I was a sophomore when you graduated, or a freshman or sophomore.
You were sophomore.
A year or 2 years. Yeah, I think so.
Sophomore.
Okay. So he graduated. So
let's. Oh, you were a sophomore when we started speaking.
Okay.
No. Because you were I was 08. You were what?
I was 10.
So 2 years.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So now while all this is going on, he used to work at the Publix down the street from my house. My mom would always come home and be like, it's a guy that at Publix, he talks about you so highly, how much of a good friend you are. He likes you, not like you in like girlfriend, boyfriend type, but like you as a friend.
This is all while I was dating.
All while he was dating her, and
not knowing that the information was gonna get back to her.
Had no clue. Mom was saying, yeah, he speaks so highly about you. He really likes being your friend. And then after a while, she was like, I really like him. He has a great head on his shoulders. Like, kind of hinting at, I want you to be with him. I want you to date him. And I told my mom, I said, I don't know who you talking about, because the only person I know that work at Publix is Ruben, and Ruben is dating Jade, and there's no way Ruben talking about me, because we don't like each other like that. It was like, no, wrong person. It was not Ruben. He was with somebody. So I thought my mama was crazy, or I thought she was making up stuff, like, for real. And so this was going on for like 2-3 years. Like, she would just keep coming home with this saying, I'm like, who is you talking about? So literally,
I said about 2 years.
About 2, because it was still going on my senior year. And I didn't realize it until after I was about to graduate.
No. Because remember, you had 1 more year and I got sent off.
I know, but I didn't know it was you she was talking about in Publix. I had no clue. Like I said, I still didn't know she was talking about Ruben the whole time. I had no clue. And so this just went over my head completely. And then so he graduates, and then a year later, because you were leaving in January, you had graduated in May, so it was going on in January. So it was almost like a year later, we seen each other this is how I found out. We seen each other at Hollywood Connection. No, my mama seen me. My mama seen him, and I'm skating with my cousins. They had just came down from Barbados, and my mom was like, oh, that guy that talks about you in Publix, he's here. And I was like, what guy? And I look over, and it's this dude right here. And I'm like, it can't be him. There's no way. And so, we skating slow towards each other. And I'm like, hey, because mind you, after he graduated, we haven't talked. It was no reason to speak. We haven't haven't spoke to each other. If everybody know, I was on lockdown. That was my nickname in high school, lockdown. So I had no cell phone to be, texting prior then. So we skating towards each other, gave each other big hugs, like, hey, how you been? It's been a long time. Laughing and everything. He was on a date at the time. He was on a date. You told me it was a date.
I came for a date. I told you she was there for somebody else.
Oh, that is right. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it was in his mind. It was a date. Okay. So we're talking, laughing, and still then it didn't sit with me that this is the dude from Publix. Like, I just didn't put two and two together. I guess I didn't want to believe it. And so, it's really cool to hear that people talk real highly about you. And I guess I didn't think he thought of that of me, like I was a really cool person, And then it's just not me. Either way. So, right after we talked, I remember you walking out the back door, where you turn you return your skates, those back doors. He walked out that back door. We had exchanged numbers. And as soon as he walked out the back door, he texted me. He was like, it was great seeing you tonight. And literally from that day on, we kept in contact. We text like almost every day, making sure each other was okay. We're talking about him leaving to the military and what he wanted to do. We're still talking about your first love because you were still hurt. You really wanted to be with her. And you was like, I'll do whatever I can, da-da-da. So I was trying to help him through this and saying, hey, maybe you should do this. And maybe she, So either way, I remember you texted me and you said, hey, make sure you write me while I'm in basic. I'm like, all right, cool. So
we ain't gotta go that far. How did we meet is the question.
That is true. I'm telling y'all the whole thing. But yes, that is how we met. Yes, that is how we met.
I would say that's the moment where it was like, okay,
the skating
we understand each other's feelings.
We didn't even understand each other's feelings then. We were, after we exchanged numbers and we were speaking for that length of time. I think that's right before, because it was we talked for like almost a year before you left off the basic. Because before you left off the basic. So it was a year that we talked, because we talked for a year before we even dated. Yeah.
I mean, we were still kind of like sharing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
With one another. It wasn't just, it developed from like a friendship to like, I think I like you a lot.
I think it's when you were about to leave for basic, and then that's when you like, make sure you continue writing me. Because if you read his letters, that's a whole different story. His letters, to me, all of them, you can tell that, he liked me. He had a crush on me. And it was vice versa. You know what I mean? So we did definitely develop feelings over that year we were talking or whatever. But yeah. So yes, because we can keep going about that story there. It's been some years, y'all. It's been some years.
Okay.
Let me read the next question. What is a flaw about each other that you would absolutely change if possible?
You go ahead.
Like that dang scratchy throat. So,
no,
Jackie. Y'all, I do this because that's my allergy. So my friend is trying to make a joke. No, you go first. What would you change if you had to absolutely change something about me and be honest? What would you change?
The popping.
What popping?
Gum popping. Y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all, it started back in the day. Like the scratchy throat thing, it doesn't bother me anymore. She'll do it. No.
Oh.
Somebody, like I told you, somebody will be like, what is that? And I'm like, oh yeah, she does scratch her throat. I really
that is true.
am like, oh yeah.
He's gotten used to it.
But it wasn't even a problem. Until, like, I used to think it was like, okay, that's her sassy side coming out.
When me popping my gum?
No, like, that's the sassy part of you that I like. That was fine.
Oh.
The time that it became annoying is when your mama came to visit when Naima was born. And you and her.
Oh, we was in the car.
In the small car. And she do it louder than you.
And we were driving an hour.
And it seemed like you just like did it even harder because she was there. And I was just like, I don't like it. So her, her mama, and her brothers do this. I don't know about Michael.
No, Michael don't
Marky
do it. Marky do it. I really
I
never
didn't
heard
expect Marky to do it until this last time.
I really never thought Marky did it, honestly.
I
never heard him.
It. And then he did it. And
he did it while he was here a few weeks ago?
While we was driving to Cologne, yeah.
Did he? Oh, I didn't hear him.
Yeah. I was like, yo, and it's loud. I don't know how they do it. I tried doing it so I could be like, you know what, let's see how fun this is. I can't do it.
Honestly, I don't know why. It's just something. So I learned it from my mama. My mom used to do it all the time.
How you learn something like that?
On the road trip, all from Columbus to Miami or from Miami to Columbus, all the time. My mom would sit there and just pop
that didn't get on my nerves?
No, because we got used to it. She would pop that gum 8 hours long while listening to classical music for 8 hours long. Literally the most. It was traumatizing. So we used to have the CD players. Remember the Walkman? The Walkman. And we'll turn our stuff on. The fact that I can hear my mama through my headphones was enough for me. But eventually I was like, I want to learn how to pop my gum like my mama. Because Sandy used to do it too. So I was like, I want to learn how to pop my gum like my mama. And so I learned. And I just...
Truth is, I think it's just an attention grabber. I understand.
I'm used to it, so I can't tell that I'm doing it until you say something. I've gotten so used to just popping it.
Even then, you roll your eyes and continue to pop the gum.
I do, because I can't help it. I can't stop. I can't just chew gum and not pop it like that.
She'll cuss her teeth, roll her eyes at me, and pop her gum. And she kind of do it loud. For extra 3 seconds. She do it extra loud for 3 seconds. But like, nah, boy. I'm going to continue to pop my gum. I'm like, you wrong for this. Your turn.
So that's it? Okay.
She said one.
I don't know if I had something else change for you.
I mean, it got fixed.
What was it?
It used to be Battlefield.
That ain't fixed.
No, I got the thing. I got the headset
No.
now. No, but what, for real?
What would it be? A flaw that I would change.
She probably want me to dance. Because I can't dance.
I like his 2 left feet. Because at least it showed me that he tried.
I got better too.
Okay, you know what one thing is?
Because
I used to complain about it all the time.
Okay.
About you being tired. All the time. Y'all. But we know why he's tired. We know exactly why he's tired. So it's a reason why he's tired. But anytime I'm a very outgoing person. I want to get out, go, leave the house. He's like, I just want to sleep. I don't want to do nothing. Like, just like how I made that post about him sleeping, y'all, he can sleep anywhere. We can be at a restaurant and he'll just knock out sleep. It don't matter where we at.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
No, it's not as bad. In Hawaii, y'all, he slept everywhere. We could be grocery shopping and I remember one time we was grocery shopping, I was getting fruits and vegetables. I turned back around and you posted up on the buggy and you literally have fallen asleep. And I don't know if he was just coming off I can't remember, you just coming off a night shift. And I think that's more of a reason of why he's tired is because of his work schedule. But I think even when he's not working and even when we're on vacation, he's still very tired. But I know why he's tired. It's just like, we're not going to do this because you're tired. But.
So in my defense, I just always been that type of person. I think just recently I developed more so discipline than just saying, you know what, this is just the lifestyle I'm going to bow down to.
Yeah.
Because for like the last 7.5 years, I've been working 12-hour shifts.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means 12-hour shifts, Panamas, the way it works, you work half of the month, but it zaps 20 hours of your life away every month. So for 200, so for those years, so that's for a year is 240 hours. Times that by 7.5. And that's what you got. That's not to include vacation time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I changed mine.
What's that?
That's how I changed mine. It's not even you being tired. I know exactly what flaw I changed.
Oh, now she changing it. So we gonna, okay, what is it?
And I said it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know what it is.
What is it?
I'm gonna wait for you to say
What
it.
is it?
You got something to do with them drawers?
No.
Okay, what is it?
Y'all, everybody know I'm short. He tall. Instead of this man putting stuff where it's supposed to go in the cabinet where I can reach it, he puts things on top of like the fridge or like literally on top of the cabinets that's like up on the roof. I can't reach that. I can't reach it. I can't. He do that for everything. And I'll be looking for something like, where is the bowl? I'll look up. Oh, on the top of the cabinet. I need the ladder now. Like, I can't even climb on the counter to reach. Y'all, that's a flaw I would change. This man don't know how to put stuff on, what is it, surface level? Surface level?
I do it on surface level.
No, you don't.
My surface level.
Y'all, no, that's one flaw I would definitely change. I cannot, that is a pet peeve I cannot stand. It literally bothers me. It just, I can't. So yeah, forget him being tired, because like I said, we know why he's tired. That gotta go. What's so funny?
You gonna go ahead and edit the other part out.
What?
It's your favorite.
How did he propose to you?
You want me to do it?
Yeah. Or you want my story?
I do it. And then tell me.
You gotta tell the full detail. You just can't. See, when you tell a story, you just go.
Blink, blah, burr.
It's just like going through Target. You just go this way, where I go like this. Okay, I'll tell a story. So, I came to visit him for Valentine's Day weekend, right, y'all? And had no clue this was gonna happen at all whatsoever. As soon as I get in the car from the train station, he has gifts in the back seat. And I'm like, oh, you don't need to get gifts, da-da-da. He was like, oh, this is just the beginning. And so I opened up the gifts. It was So You Think You Can Dance.
Did I have that money game? Did I say this is the beginning?
Yeah, you said this is just the beginning. And it was Step Up and a Blu-ray DVD player.
I know I got you 2 movies.
You did. And so I'm like, oh, I'm excited. So it's kind of like movie night when we got back to his dorm. I was super excited.
I got you a purse.
Okay. He did. Like, he went all out. And so the next day, from literally the time we woke up, I think it was like really early in the morning, I had gifts like every hour leading up to the proposal.
Did I give you rose petals or not?
No, you did rose petals for the dinner that you did. So, like, I woke up to gifts on the bed. I woke up to gifts on the bed. It was a teddy bear, and then it was the Coach purse. Then from there, I think we ate at the chow hall, came back. I had more gifts. It was the Salt.
Chow hall.
It was the Salt movie. Angelique Jolie. Is that how you say her name? I always say her name wrong. And what else did I have? It was something else. It was another gift. And then after that, you were like, okay, this is it for now. But later on, you got more gifts. And I was like, more gifts? And anyone knows me, and he knew me, I hated gifts. I do not like materialistic things for birthdays, Christmas stuff. I hated gifts because I've always told him since day one, the most important thing to me was time and memory. So that stuff, no one can ever take from me. But he decided to go all out. So imagine after 3 gifts, I was like, all right, you really pushing it now. Like, you doing a little bit too much. But, so he, so yeah, so we do that, and then he has his homeboy Walt, gets me, take me downstairs. I guess the bodyguard me, make sure I don't come upstairs. He had me all dressed. I had to get all dressed up and dolled up. Yeah, shout out Daryl. Dressed up, did my makeup, sat me downstairs in the day room. Felt like forever in a day. Walt was making sure I wasn't sneaking upstairs, like, you know, make sure I was good. I don't know who he had to help him Long story short, the kitchen that they had in their dorms, he took the table and chairs out of that kitchen area and put it in his dorm room. He had candles lit everywhere. He had rose petals everywhere.
We did it in the kitchen.
No, we did it in your bedroom. Because the bed was right behind us and you moved and we did it in your dorm room. Because your bathroom was right there. I remember. Yes, because you had your thing open and that's where you had all the extra kitchenware for me as gifts if we ever had an apartment. You had the extra plates, the extra forks and spoons, and you had John Coltrane playing on your TV. Okay. So reason, hint why we named our child Naima from John Coltrane. So John Coltrane was playing Naima, our favorite song. And rose petals, everything was nice. It was real romantic. Still had no clue what was going on. I thought he was just trying to be, spit game, because I was coming in from Miami. We hadn't seen each other. And then he goes, well, this is the rest of your gifts. And I was like, oh, this is sweet. And I'm looking like, what is it? Because he cooked steak, shrimp, garlic bread, pasta. He went all out. I don't know who you had to help you, but he went all out. And then all the silverware and the plates, because he knew I loved home decor since then. So all those utensils were my, and silverware and plates were my gifts. And so then he was like, do you want to go to the beach? Mind you, it was like 9 o'clock at night, and it was cold in February in South Carolina. I was like, I'm not going to the beach. And I had on this mini skirt. I was like, it's cold outside, babe. I'm not going to the beach. He was like, okay, cool. He was like, well, Daniel and Will wanted to see you. And I was like, okay, we can go. Daniel and Michelle Will, his whole name. Daniel and Michelle wanted to see us. And I was like, okay, cool. We can go to their house. So we sit down. We go see them. Y'all, when I tell you I was slow back then. So Daniel says, hey, Ruben, I'll take you upstairs to go see something. So Ruben's like, okay, cool. So y'all go upstairs, being sneaky. Then Michelle goes, hey, can you come over here? No, she was like, hey, do you want to come over here? I have some cake that I made. Cool. The cake says congratulations on it in big letters. Okay? In big letters, congratulations. It did not dawn on me that was for us. So me and her are talking. She was trying to cut the cake. And then I see her smile. And so I turned around. And then there's Ruben on one knee. And
no. I asked you to come over.
No, you was already on one knee. I turned around. Oh, no, it's right. But I had turned around, though. Because I wasn't facing you. I had turned around. And because he was whispering. I was like, what are you saying?
So I was so nervous and I was so shy. Mm-hmm. Like I wanted to say things out loud, but then I seen other people, and so I wound up like whispering in her ear. And I guess it tickled your ear.
It did. I was like this. Yeah.
But thank you for trying to listen.
Yeah. And, I was.
They had this counter just full of Valentine's cards. So it was almost.
Yeah.
It was almost like just the atmosphere was set.
It was. They probably set it up like that. Maybe.
No, I just felt like the Valentine's Day cards were just there.
True. And you had the ring behind one of the cards, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Daniel was in between his fridge and the wall recording like this.
She saw it.
And I saw it, and that's when I knew. No, that's when I knew something was up. And then that's when you got on one knee, and I was like, yeah. So it was really, to me, it was really special. He was taking me to the beach because that was my dream proposal. To be proposed on the beach and get married on the beach. That was my dream proposal. So that's what he was trying to do. So I kind of ruined the proposal. But at the same time, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm actually glad we did it like that, because now we have this video that we can look on now for years and years, and every time it pop up on my Facebook, I'm completely in love with it every single time. So I shout out to Daniel, Michelle, y'all we love y'all so much. Next question. Oh, this one going deep, girl. Have you guys ever felt like it wasn't going to work? Or have you always just thought you guys had it together when it comes to your marriage and personal relationships? You want to go first? I was just responding back to her.
So I'll answer the second question first.
Okay.
Which is, or have you just had it together when it comes to marriage? in personal relationships?
Mm-hmm.
I would say no one. Unless you got all these check boxes, and even then, like, we as people, we learned over time we change.
Yeah.
We have different interests,
Mm-hmm.
and all that's in the past. All that's hindsight, and we had to learn that as it was happening. Like, she changed, and then I changed. Well, I would say I changed first, and then you began to change.
Yeah.
And even now, I'm changing now
Mm-hmm.
to where it's more like kind of slowed down, even slower than what it was. But no, you don't always have it together.
Never.
And what we had like fantasized about is if we could do it again, we would have seek counseling.
Definitely.
We would have waited.
Which was our plan. Our plan was to wait.
It was.
Our plan was to wait. We did not want to get married as fast as we did.
I think, but that would have, like, knowing what we know now.
Yeah.
Regardless of what was happening, like, events were happening in our lives that we felt like we just needed to go ahead and try to be together now. I think we still would have waited.
Yeah. But honestly, I feel like we were rushed because even when we're telling a person no, we don't want to get married, not yet, because he had just proposed, and was my recruiter. He was like, well, you need to get married because then y'all won't be able to be based together, finances, And for like a whole month, we were like, no, we don't want to get married, kept pushing it, and then we finally was like, we're going to get married anyways, might as well just do it and call it a day. You know what I mean? And so we're going to go get married at the courthouse. Our church said, excuse me, no. My first lady King looked at me like, have you lost your mind? And I was like, well, they just need paperwork. And then we just going to have our dream wedding later on. She was like, skirt. No, we're not doing that. Y'all not finna. Her words like, you're not finna get married in front of people you don't know. That was exactly what her words were. And we were so grateful for them because they literally did our whole. It was so nice. They put our whole wedding together, surprise. I had no clue what my stuff. I wasn't involved, and I loved it. We were so grateful for the wedding that we had.
He tried to, Pastor King would always laugh at me because I would like be emotional about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to blame it on the fact that she was walking down the aisle, but I think I was more just emotional just by the fact that people would do that. I think that was the first time that I experienced somebody just going out their way.
Yeah.
But nobody, like, we didn't even know them for like 2 years.
We didn't at all. It was just a couple months. I had just met them. We were definitely grateful. Like, it was definitely emotional knowing that you had people that supported you.
Yeah.
It was.
And I would tell them about you all the time.
Aw.
And then that one time you finally came down, I was like, oh, this is it. Well, remember Jasmine was like, oh, that's
Jasmine
her?
was like, oh, you got a boo? Jasmine was like, you got a boo? I don't like her, but then me and Jasmine became like really good friends. That's my boo thing. I love you, Jasmine. But yeah, so we were very, very young. Getting married, very young. We always tell people that we would not do it.
Mm-hmm.
We would not do it that way. We had to again. We definitely loved each other, but we had so much more growing to do as adults, and just within ourselves, that we weren't ready to be lifetime partners. We were children. We knew what we wanted to do with our lives. I know I did at that age. I knew exactly what I wanted to do when I was in high school, and it's still the same thing. But marriage is a complete different thing. So no, we never think that we have it all together. What was the first question? Did we ever think we're never going to make it? Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many conversations we've had. We've been together going on 10 years. Cannot tell you how many conversations we've had at our kitchen table, on our bed, in this living room,
in the car,
crying tears, because sometimes we just thought this was it. This was the end of us, because we just could not mend. We could not make things work. We were selfish. We were prideful. Didn't want to listen to one another. It was just
not putting God first in
not
any
the first,
situation.
yes. at all whatsoever. It
Any
was
of those
us. It was
situations
me.
Yeah, what about me?
My feelings. You don't care about. It was horrible. So yes, Danielle, to your question, a lot of times we think that we thought it's not. I didn't think it'll work. I brought up divorce so many times. I was like, I don't think I'm the woman for you. I think you need to go and find the woman that you are actually dreaming about, because it's not me. You can be better off without me. We had a lot of those hard times in our marriage, and quite honestly, we still do. You know, I don't think we bring up those things quite often anymore, because we know our commitment and we know we want to work towards it. But we still do feel that way sometimes. I know I do sometimes. You know what I mean? Because when it gets hard, as any human, you wanna back out.
What makes it hard for you?
When we can't communicate, and when we go like a day or two without talking, because we have learned over the years, it's better for us to not communicate for a day or two than rather just scream, yell, and fight, because that get us nowhere. Versus when we have a day to be to ourselves, don't communicate with each other, don't talk to each other, we can actually think about what we want to say and how we're feeling, and then come back to each other, you know, at a different tone, you know.
So instead of doing that nowadays, I would suggest to anybody, seek counseling.
Yes, definitely. But we did. But I don't think it was enough.
No. I'm saying
marriage counseling.
Yeah, so you know how you said we sit there and we try to like unfold these thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
What helped me to understand how important it was to have that person was to be able to sit down in front of that person, have them unfold your thoughts, and then convey them to your significant other the way they want them conveyed.
Because, and that too, we have two different love languages, which comes with two different communication languages. He communicates differently than I do, so the things that he say to me, I don't understand what he's trying to say at most times, and what I'm trying to say to him, it doesn't resonate with him. And so it's kind of like, well, you're not understanding me, you don't get it, you don't want to listen. And that's not the case. We just communicate differently.
Yeah.
And we clash because we're not willing to try to understand each other. But for sure, definitely get marriage counseling. We did it for a very short span. I think it was just like one meeting with our pastor before we got married. And I wish we had done it. I wish we had done several sessions before getting married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even through our marriage.
I would say even through.
And I think going through all my psychology classes, I realized that going through therapy is not a bad thing. For the black community, we always made it seem like having therapy was bad because your only therapist was God.
You can love Jesus and go get therapy.
Yes, you can. I had to learn this going through my college courses, that therapy is good for you, and you need that if you feel like you have issues going on. And within a marriage, though you may not have issues, I think that it's a good idea to go through marriage counseling, honestly, yearly. You know, because like you said, you change over time. Things are different. You know what I mean? And things that you feel like you can't communicate to your spouse, your therapist can communicate that.
That's why it blows my mind when people be like, I can't do monogamy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you learning a person, one person.
How you going to learn
for a very long time. Who's to say she's going to be the same way she is 4 years from now?
And I'm probably not. I'm probably going to like purple lipstick.
And it's the estimate. That's the estimated time. And then, you know, as you grow older, you get more stuck in your ways. But at the same time, you'll still change. I seen my mother. I seen my mom change from, and my dad. I seen my parents change from Hawaii to here, and I saw that transition. And it was, I was looking at them. And I was like, wow. And just seeing how much they transition and how they transition beautifully. And I was like, you know what? That they needed that.
Yeah. And his parents been married for 46 years.
And
and no marriage is perfect. No marriage is perfect at all.
We don't do it. Reasons why we don't stay together. It's not goal oriented. Like, we're not counting years as far as, are we trying to reach 10 years and then we're going to split?
Yeah.
No, that's not a case to stay together.
Our kids
don't make that decision for
are
us.
not a reason to stay together.
Because once we decided, once it becomes about the kids, then at this point you're just miserable. We seen co-parenting with people, you know, to many people, as far as unpopular belief goes. Like we have seen co-parents be parents.
Yeah, and like the best of friends co-parenting.
And
you know,
for some reason, you know, I mean, if you're in a toxic relationship, there's no reason for you to be there while you just get toxic, and now it's just messing with you. Like, I understand those people that actually, like, you know, I give it up for those people that stayed together with their significant other when they were going through some crazy stuff, getting abused, physically abused, emotionally abused, so forth and so on, getting cheated on, and then like saying it's okay because I love you. That's not love. And honestly, okay, so I don't want to go deep, but those are the two main reasons that we don't stick together. Those are two reasons that we decided on not to stick together. It was either us making efforts to change and adapt and to overcome certain things and try to get compromise, you know, but the motivation always had to be us.
Yeah.
Do
we had to
move forward?
Yeah.
And you know, I would say those times that we got fussy, yes, we put God to the wayside. We was just like,
who cares?
Yeah,
it's us. It's how about I feel. You know, we've hurt each other definitely throughout the years. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning, mind you, we've been together 10 years. At the beginning, like first year of his dating, first year marriage, you know, we did some very hurtful things to words, actions, everything. You know, but that's when we were just married and had just sit here. We were angry. We had this false image of what a marriage was, and we had all these people telling us this is how this should be. Da 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 da. We were trying to live our marriage through other people's lives or eyes. I think
suggestions.
Yeah, we were. Opinions. Yeah, we wasn't living our own marriage, and that's what I understood when my elders would tell me, whatever happened in your marriage stays in your marriage. Don't go around telling people about what's going on in your marriage, because everybody gonna have something to say. Everybody got something different to say. And what worked for them don't always work for you, and that is the God honest truth. And it's not until we realize that this was our marriage and not everybody else's marriage, and we do things differently, and we want to do it according to God's will, and we need to put our selfishness aside and work this out, you know, and be committed to one another.
This is daily.
Do our vow, you know, live by our vows
daily.
That's something that we definitely have to learn. And I think us moving to Hawaii, the Lord separated us from everyone that we knew, everyone we ran to. We feel like He separated us to be by ourselves so that we run to Him. And I'm glad, because we ended up running to Him, finding Makakila Baptist Church, and that was the best decision we could have ever made, going to that church. We met the most awesome people of our lifetime being there, you know, and they helped us with our marriage. If we ever had a marriage question, we had that one couple that we would go to, and they weren't doing it from a worldly
or selfish.
Yeah, it was from God's point of view in His Bible, you know.
And also, what was the better?
Yeah.
Collective. Not just what's best for Demi or what's best for Ruben.
Yeah.
But it was like what's best for the collective.
Yeah.
And I think, just speaking to couples, it wasn't one person trying to go to a couple. It wasn't like me just going to one person getting information. It was both of us going to a couple getting information. I think we kind of like cut the whole single, like getting information from single people.
Definitely. That's one thing we definitely did stop. Like I said, we were young, we were dumb, we were doing stupid stuff, we were hurting each other just because, saying mean things just to hurt each other's feelings. Like we was pure evil to one another.
Yeah, we were
just
hurt.
petty.
I think we were just hurt and angry.
We were hurt, angry. We were young. We had this fantasy of what a marriage was supposed to be.
Yeah, stop
It
living
was-
up. Stop putting these expectations on people. Don't put expectations on people.
Yeah.
Don't put expectations on. That's in all manner of things, not just your marriage, but your friendships. Stop putting expectations on people because we are fickle. As human beings, we change, like we said already. We change. Also, just we got different thoughts and opinions, and if they're not like all, let me say, corralled in the same gate, then you know you got these different things. Just like you got cows with spots, cows that are brown, cows that are white,
Yeah.
and just imagine those as thoughts. And we wanted to have the same thought as moving forward,
Yeah.
if anything. But yeah,
So, long story short, Danielle, yes, it is definitely normal to feel like it's not going to work. You know? But what does matter is that you want it to work and you make it work.
and you will seek
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
do anything as far not healthy.
Yeah.
You will do anything healthy for the betterment of the relationship, even if that means you compromise, they compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on top, I think the cherry on top of that is make sure you come to the relationship not looking to be, not looking for happiness in a person,
Yes.
but make sure you good by yourself.
Find happiness within yourself first, because you're not gonna find happiness. You're not gonna find happiness within somebody else. You got to be content and happy within yourself first.
For us, it was like we had a relationship with Christ beforehand. You know, that was the joy. But at the same time, it kind of melded together, and I started looking for our happiness. And one thing that, you know, I hate that happened, and I know it was out of love. My dad wanted, I guess I wouldn't smile. And so my dad wanted my wife to, you know, he was like, make sure you smile.
Or make him bubbly, because your dad was like, you're a very bubbly person. You know, just try to, you know, make Ruben bubbly, make him happy. Because he was,
and that was an ill
Ruben was
intent.
everybody know
Intent.
Ruben. Yeah. It was a good intent. And he
Did it out of love.
Did it definitely out of love. And I completely understood.
But at the same time, I think it put a burden on her because
Did put pressure on-
she expected that she was gonna make me happy always.
And I would cry, or I would feel bad if I failed. Come like, I don't make you happy, and it'll be like blown out arguments, you know. And in our first apartment, just screaming. I remember we got a notice because we was yelling so much, but it was constantly screaming because I don't make you happy. All I want to do is make you happy, and da-da-da-da. And it was just absolutely ridiculous. And you were like, you make me happy, but da-da-da. It was just, and I was like, no, I don't. Because if you're complaining, it was just absolutely ridiculous. And it's not until we realize you have to be happy within yourself before anybody can make you happy.
Yeah.
Anybody.
So when y'all come together, y'all just straight.
Yeah.
And y'all doing
Definitely.
it. So you think we answered that?
Definitely.
Probably over.
Over answered.
Yeah.
But over answered. But that's all good though.
Probably got some rapid fire questions.
Some what?
Rapid fire questions
Oh,
for
yeah.
you.
Oh Lord.
Alright. So let's see. Yeah. So I'll ask it.
Okay.
How is it being a vegan in Germany? Oh, let me repeat that. How is it being vegan in Germany? I would say Europe has been better for you.
It has. It has definitely had.
You know what? We went back home and I realized the options were just crazy.
Fast food, what options were crazy. Fast food, but vegan and vegetarian, not really. Because when we went back home to Miami a few weeks ago, I was just eating fries the whole time, or vegetable rice.
No. Like I'm talking about the grocery store. Like you had vegan everything. We went to Walmart and they had vegan this, vegan that.
Yes, it has gotten better since we were gone. But in Germany, they already had that. So I shop at Edeka or Aldi. And Edeka and Aldi literally have a whole section dedicated to vegan food. And so it was easy for me to continue to eat vegan while I was here. But I wanted to be selfish and purposely, I won't say hurt myself, but kind of put myself in pain. I wanted to eat cheese again. And because I was like, oh, we're going to go to Italy soon, and they got all the cheeses, and I want to get my body back to eating cheese. I have been without cheese for 2 years, y'all. I was in so much pain for 7 months. 7 months. I was on the floor crying sometimes. I was doing both at the same time, if you know what I mean. It was the worst experience. Like, the worst. But eventually, my body got used to having cheese back in my body. It was to the point where I was getting eczema, adult eczema, from my neck down to my arms in big splotches.
That sounds healthy, right?
My body was telling me that I was allergic to it and I don't need, but I just kept eating it because I was like, I love cheese, because I had went without it for 2 years. And yeah, so I put my body through this painful experience just so I can eat cheese. And so now I tell people I'm vegetarian because I do eat cheese. But if I had the option, which I still do when I go out, if I see a vegan option, I would definitely choose vegan option over vegetarian.
Oh, what you had today?
I had a vegan burrito from my home girl, her restaurant down in Mockingbach called Fiesta Mexicana. She actually put some new items on the menu, vegan burritos.
Inspired by her and one other vegan.
And one of her friends, yeah. And it was dope. It was so good. I tore that whole burrito up. When it came out, I was like, that's a big burrito. But I tore that thing up. What did Naima say? Naima said, damn, mama, you tearing that burrito up. Or that wrap.
Dang, mom.
Yeah. It had refried beans, rice, cactus strips, which was actually really good. It was my first time ever eating it. Cactus strips, bell peppers, onions. It was good, y'all. It was so good. So yes, but yes, it has been easy for me to continue eating vegan. I just choose to go the wrong way. I choose the detour to the cheese aisle, which now makes me vegetarian. So, but like I said, if I do have the option, I do choose. See, he getting tired, y'all. I do choose the vegan option. Like my yogurt, my milks are vegan. Well, not milk. I drink almond milk, but my yogurt is vegan. Granola is vegan. Like all that type of stuff. My sausages, my meats are all vegan. I prefer vegan meats over vegetarian because I don't want soy products. Some soy products are in vegan foods, but I just checked the label. So yes, it has been definitely an easy transition being over here in Germany. If anything, it's been a much better experience over here in Europe than in America. So, but I do wish that we would get some of the things that America has here, but they haven't jumped on that bandwagon yet, like the Beyond food company.
I'll say slowly but surely is infiltrating. Yeah. I think people are starting to make the move back to. I think more people are getting on that move to being vegan or vegetarian.
Yeah. But see, in everybody's mind, vegan, vegetarian, people think that that means I'm finna be skinny. No, because I'm nothing but skinny. None of this is skinny. I literally eat carbs all day, and that's horrible. And that's where I get most of my weight gain from. It's just eating carbs, which is my rice, my bread, which is bad. So no, I think that's a false accusation people make. If I'm being a vegetarian, I'm gonna be super skinny. No, baby girl, don't work like that. If you're gonna be eating carbs like I do, don't get excited.
So it's portion control.
Unless a portion control and working out. Now, when I was working out and portion control and I got real fit, I was still eating carbs. And I was eating carbs like throughout the whole entire week. But I was doing healthy activities to maintain my body weight.
To promote your diet,
yes.
Which helped.
Yes.
And it just.
Whereas now here, I'm not doing that. I was working full time, going to school, so gym was nowhere in sight of what I wanted to see or do. So yeah, It was number food.
So these supposed to be rapid fire questions, girl? Not 30-minute questions?
It's okay.
Now that you've completed school, what's your next move?
That's a whole lot, April. I'm too ambitious, and right
Okay,
now,
what's the next step?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm too ambitious. I literally just had a conversation with who told me? Winters told me that I needed to write down everything that I wanted to do, and I needed to prioritize. So I would like to go OTS. That is the first thing I would like to do. I would like to go OTS. I would like to go OTS. For many people, they know that I'm Air Force, still in, and now that I'm done with school, I would like to go OTS. So that is my first goal. If that doesn't happen, I would like to get which I am probably gonna do at the same time, is get my master's within marriage and family counseling, which I would like to do. Here at my school here in Europe, they don't have it, so my next option is my master's in education. So that is my next option, and yeah. But it's either OTS, psychology, or teaching, because I still do love teaching, and I would like to be in the classroom eventually. So yes.
Are you going to ever start your design business, which we've been hearing for how many years? 5? Or be a dance instructor?
Who's that, April?
Oh, yeah.
I do definitely want to do my design business, and I just talked to him about that, I think this week, about me wanting to do my design business, and we have a name from my friend who just asked that question. I really liked her name she gave me, and I think I'm going to go with that. But I would definitely like to do my business. Right now, I think I'm just scared to promote myself, because I don't think I put myself on a high set of standards, and I want everyone to be happy with the results that I give them when it comes to designing their space, because they're going to live in it. So I don't ever want to disappoint anyone. So I'm my own worst enemy, because I'm fearful that I won't make my customers happy. But I'll tell Ruben that I need to get over that, and I just need to do it. Because I've had so many people come to my house and ask me, can I do their house? Or even just selling stuff on the yard sale pages, people telling me that they want me to come and do their house because they can tell that I have style from the stuff that I'm selling.
So
No.
from everything that this girl has touched as far as design is going, everyone has been satisfied or overjoyed by it.
Yeah. It just freaks me out. It freaks me out. Even when I did pop-up parties and all that stuff, you know, yeah. So yes.
So it's not that she can't do it. It's just that she got cold feet at the moment.
Yeah.
But it should be hot enough in Germany for you to do it, right?
Oh, really? And then too, starting a business costs money. And we are definitely in the position where we're trying to get ourselves financially stable, pay off this debt and consumer debt, and get ourselves situated, you know. And because I don't want to go in debt trying to start a business, I want us to start because it won't just be my business, but it'll be our business together, because he supports me in anything that I do. Our own money that we put into this business, not the loan or the bank's money. So that's what I want to do. So yes, I do want to do that. Dance instructor, I still love to dance. I really, really do. But I think that the older I get, I think that more so that ambition gets pushed back, especially with having kids. I'm not where I used to be. I know that I can be in terms of weight and training and my body. I just choose not to, which is a lazy perspective if you ask me. Yes, if I had the chance, if I had the opportunity, definitely I would for sure want to be a dance instructor.
Which one would you rather do more?
Design. I would love to become an interior designer, and I would love to flip homes and sell them. Yeah.
That's it.
That's all the questions?
That's all the questions.
That's all the questions, y'all. All the questions. All right. Well, thank you guys for not answering, but thank you guys for asking these questions. We greatly appreciate it. Sorry this video is super long. We apologize. You see that time right there?
Yeah, we can edit it.
Who can edit that? That's a long thing to edit, boy. You can edit it?
Oh, you ain't gonna edit it?
Oh, you know I'm gonna edit it.
I thought that's what you wanted to do. You got that. You can do a raw video.
All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us. Until next time, see y'all later. Bye.